Okay. Because the reason I ask is because I have a lot of connections with Spain. I think have I told you that? I don't. Anyway, right. And for them, they celebrate Christmas, but then it's kind of like the Spanish look for any reason to have a very long party. And Christmas is fantastic because they kind of like start on the 24th of December and they go right the way through to the 6th of January, because 6th of January is Epiphany. And that is their big day. And I know that there's the Russian Orthodox celebrations on the 6th too, but it's interesting. And in the UK, the 31st really is it's not really important. We celebrate Christmas and sort of like New Year's kind of a bit of a washout. Scotland is the place to be for New Year. Yeah. What happens in Indonesia at Christmas? Anything interesting?
I'm planning to have a photo shoot. Christmas themed photo shoot, actually.
A Christmas
but I don't celebrate. Christmas themed photo shoot.
A Christmas themed photo shoot?
Yeah, but I don't celebrate Christmas.
No, because Indonesia is predominantly Muslim country, isn't it?
Yes.
Okay. It's interesting. My husband's Iranian and he's Muslim. So we're really lucky because we get to celebrate all the Christian festivals and all the Muslim festivals. So it's a whole double whammy all year long. Okay, there's Fitri. Hi, Fitri.
Hi, Penny. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good.
Excellent. Okay, so we're waiting for, I think it's Zita. I think she's online. But it's okay. But everybody else is here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. No, that's good. Nice to see you all. Good to see you all.
It's raining here, Penny.
Is it raining?
Raining like cat and dogs, yeah.
Oh.
December
but is it
typical.
Warm?
Yeah.
Is it warm? What temperatures have you got?
I don't know. 27. Still roasting. I'm coming from south part of Indonesia, Penny. So if you ask me about Christmas, is whole different situation here, unlike in, let's say, in the main part, mostly in Indonesia. I come from South Sulawesi, Tanah Toraja. I live in a place where most Christian is the majority. So yeah, so at Christmas feels like almost like the other celebrations of, for example, Islamic Ramadan, yeah, or Eid, yeah.
They're kind of like polar opposites, though, aren't they? Ramadan and Christmas, because at Christmas everybody really wants to eat as much as they can. Sure. Whereas, having said that, in Ramadan you're fasting. Although when you break your fast, you do. It's called iftar, isn't it?
Iftar, yeah. Break fasting.
Iftar, iftar. You break the fast, and then everybody eats as much as they can. But anyway, okay, interesting. Well, hello everybody. We're just kind of like having a general chat about life here and festivals, etc. Nice to see everyone. Some of you have your cameras on, some of you have got your cameras off, but I hope you can all hear me. Welcome to session 2 of the week, which is the boring bit about reading and writing. Kathy's sessions are interesting because you get to talk, listen. Oh, I'm so sorry I have the boring stuff. Right, but I set you a little question before we started. About some famous Warwick graduates, and Bella got one of them. Sting, yeah. Anybody recognise any of the others?
The only one I know,
No?
Sting. So far,
Sting.
Yeah. Sting.
Okay. Because the other ones, let me have a look. Right, let me see if I can find it. Where is it? Yeah, the other ones. The lady on the top left is Germaine Greer. Has anybody heard of Germaine Greer?
Germaine Greer.
No? She's quite a leading feminist writer. I'll put the answers in afterwards and you can research it. Anastasia, you look like you might recognise the name, Germaine Greer. The lady next to her is Carrie Johnson. That is our Prime Minister's wife.
Ah.
Why anybody would marry Boris Johnson is beyond me. He's seriously, I mean, all I can do is just apologize for everything that he does, says, and what have you. He's such an embarrassment. He's overtaken Donald Trump as the world's embarrassment. Okay. And then Sting, of course, yes, the musician Sting, who's very well known. The other two are not so well known. Ruth Jones is a very famous actress from Wales, actually. She's probably more famous in this side of the world than perhaps the other side of the world. And the guy underneath is Stephen Merchant, who is he's quite well known. He's just finished a film, I think it's for Pixar. He's done the voiceover for something in Pixar. Anyway, I'll put the names in and you can investigate. So there's Fatty.
They're all Warwick graduates, yes?
They've all graduated from Warwick.
Fun fact, my mom is also a Warwick graduate.
Seriously? What did she do?
Yes. She is a lecturer at the University of Indonesia.
Perfect. And which faculty did she graduate from?
She's teaching macroeconomics, so it's probably something in that area.
That's exactly next door to our department. We got applied linguistics, economics. So
she took her master's there.
Excellent. Fun fact of the day. Thanks. Okay. Right. Well, I'll put. Is everybody here now? Is Suziati here? Because there seems to be some other meetings going on.
Yeah, two meetings going on. I think.
Has somebody gone into a different meeting? We'll check in a minute, okay? Because we want to crack on because there's a few tasks I've got set up, and I really would like you to get together today to talk a little bit more about your projects. So, where have we got to? So let's remind ourselves of what I've said we have done this far, but what you guys have really done this far. What's your journey? So there you are. Now, on the materials online, this is what you've been looking at. You've been looking at different types of text, looked at structures of text, and identified strategies for reading. And then with the writing, you've thought about your challenges in writing, the writing process, and different types of essay structures. And hopefully we've made a start on the project planning. And I know that we've focused a lot on putting groups together, but we really need to be thinking quite urgently now about reading for your project and also deciding topics with your partner and beginning your project plan, which I hope today, if we're all here, we'll be able to make some inroads on that. Okay?
What is inroads?
Inroads? Anybody know what to make some inroads? To make inroads. Anybody know what that means? I've put that in the chat box. To make inroads. To make inroads into something. Can you guess from my speaking context what that might mean?
To make progress? Or
to make progress, yeah. Well done. Yeah, to make an inroad. You can make inroad. Oh, look at me. I've typed it wrongly. To make an inroad or to make inroads. All right. Okay. Good. So on we go. So other key learning has included reading effectively. We looked at reading longer texts. And we're going to be thinking about developing and using essay plans drafting phase and making a really solid start on that written research project. Okay, so but we're going to spend a little bit of time thinking today. We've gone over kind of like all the basic strategies that you guys know anyway about reading and writing, you know, so things like skimming, scanning, all those kind of things that you did for IELTS. Awful exam. Anyway, I won't say anything. Right. We want to become more critical. Okay. You want to become more critical, thinking about critical reading skills and critical writing skills. So there's going to be a special focus on the written project today as well. So what is critical thinking? Okay. Anybody know what critical thinking is? Anybody want to give me sort of like some ideas about what critical thinking is. You can either tell me, or you could drop some ideas in the task box. What is critical thinking?
I believe that critical thinking is defined as thinking. I was about to say thinking critically, which is a roundabout answer. But I was trying to say, no. I was trying to say that you gather information from the question that you've been given, and you sort of not create, but you sort of work your way through it in sort of in your own unique way, I believe, from what you've experienced and what you have learned throughout your years.
Yeah, you bring your background knowledge to you read something or you well, we start off by reading, so you come to your reading and you might read something, but you don't just accept it at face value, do you? You don't just say, okay, right, somebody's written this, it's got to be right. Okay, I have to think about it. I need to think about it carefully. I need to think, what do I know?
That?
Go ahead, Bella.
I think critical thinking would be, in my opinion, critical thinking is analyzing and assessing the information that's been given to you and differentiating whether it's facts or opinions.
Good, yes.
Is that correct?
Yeah, that's another approach to it. Well, I mean, there's a lot of discussion about what critical thinking is in terms of what you read and you write. Let's take a look at a definition. Okay. Just ignore the thing that says dictation. I forgot to cut that off. Have a read of that. I'll just give you a minute or two just to read that through. On the slide. So you can give me a thumbs up if you like, if you've read it. You can send me a thumbs up. Yeah, so this definition from a site called Academic English UK says that critical thinking is derived from an ancient Greek word, kritikos, and often associated with Socrates, who's an ancient philosopher, meaning questioning. An universal scholarly agreement is based on the understanding is that it's the higher order cognitive skills of synthesis, analysis, and evaluation to determine merit, affirm true worth, and assess validity in any discourse. My goodness, there's some big words in there. Oh, okay. Criticality is an essential tool of inquiry and reflects the ability of taking responsibility of one's mind through initiating self-reflective discussion, of always asking for clarification, questioning beliefs or theories, and drawing open-minded conclusions. Okay, so that needs big words. Okay, big words. Okay, so we're just going to spend a moment with this for a second. And just think about that and think, could we actually look at this definition and kind of like pull out the main ideas of critical thinking? If you look at it, if I kind of questioning, I think some of you actually said that earlier, you know, it's not accepting things at face value, you questioning what you're reading. Okay, can anybody give me any other key terms from there? Any key terms? Okay, So let's look back at that. Have a look at that. What stands out to you? Try dropping them in the chat box. So we know that questioning is important. Okay. So what other terminologies in there? By all means, clarification, validity. Yeah. Okay, coming through. That's a very good one, actually, Fatty. Validity, open-minded, criticality, open-minded. So yeah. Okay, great. Yeah, excellent. Dropping it in there. Their suggestions. Look, those are their suggestions. Have a look at the terms in green there. Okay, yeah, Fitri, evaluating the evidence. Yeah. So understanding higher order cognitive skills of synthesis, analysis, and evaluation to determine merit, the merit of something that we're reading, the true worth, and essentially, yeah, Susiati inquiry, validity. Criticality is an essential tool of inquiry and reflects the ability of taking responsibility of your mind through self-reflective discussion, asking yourself for clarification. What does this mean? What does this writer? What's the belief here? What's the theory? And then drawing open-minded conclusions. Yes, higher order thinking skills. Okay. Good. So that's sort of like a starting point, a starting definition for the idea of critical thinking. And we're going to spend a little bit of time now applying this in reading. Okay. Because you guys have to do a lot of reading for your subjects. And I just want to go back to, well, Fitri has very kindly dropped that in the chat box for me, the higher order thinking skills. And I'd like to refer you to something called Bloom's taxonomy. Have you heard of this particular taxonomy? No. Fitri is nodding yes. If you've heard it, just put yes into yes. Yeah, some of you will have heard it, and yeah, heard of it, and some of you won't have heard of it. Okay. So this taxonomy of learning, basically, if you look at this pyramid on the screen, describes how we go through our learning, all right? And it's divided into two sections: lower order thinking skills and higher order thinking skills. Yeah, everybody's heard of it. Okay, well, some of you have, some of you haven't. Okay, right. So if you think about when you're approaching a topic, when you're learning about something, we start off at the bottom, don't we? We read something for the first time. We remember what we're reading and we understand it. Okay, so if you're reading around a topic for the first time, you learn the facts and you understand those facts. And then in an academic setting, in your topic area, you have to move into those higher order thinking skills to become a critical reader. All right, you have to be able to take those facts, apply them, analyze what other people have said around, evaluate what other people have said about it, and create new ideas. These are the steps in becoming a critical reader. Yeah, is everybody okay with that? Any questions? Okay, so we're going to, what's that, task 2? Okay, so we're going to come to try this out. Okay, now in the chat box you have a worksheet. It's called week 2 worksheet. It's right at the top. Have you got it, or would you like me to send it again? Okay, so if I put that into where's it gone? Okay, let me have a look. It's working online like this, you know. It's like it's like patting your head and rubbing your tummy, because you have to think of so many things in one go. So what I'd like you to do is to download the worksheet for yourself and open it up on your machine, not in the shared space. Open it up for yourself. Okay. Okay. So in the work, have you got that? Okay, we've missed that out. Okay, so if you're in the shared document, you might want to go to the 3 dots at the top and download a copy for yourself. Okay, download a copy onto your own machine. Otherwise, everybody will be writing in the same space. And go straight to task 2. Go straight to task 2, which is called Becoming a Critical Reader. Okay. Has everybody got a copy of that text open, of the worksheet? And you should be referring to the text. Yeah, everybody okay? Excellent. There's a text called Critical Reading Going to University. Now, what I would like you to do, I'm going to give you 2 minutes, okay, just to skim through to get the gist of the text. 2 minutes, okay? All right. So, and then we're going to look at paragraph 1 again. So let's do that first skimming to get a gist of the text. Two minutes to skim through to get a gist of the text. I'm going to turn my camera off for 2 minutes and I'll come back in 2 minutes, and I don't mind if you want to do the same. All right. 2 minutes to get the gist of the text. Go.
Okay.
Okay, has everybody skimmed that? Does anybody need another minute or 2? Skimming is just that. It's just kind of like looking through the text, isn't it? And picking out those nouns, the main information words, rather than worrying about the grammar of it. Okay. to get a sense of what it's about. Who'd like to tell me what it's about briefly? Anybody volunteer? Adele?
Yes. The text is, when I skimmed through it, it's mainly about the how people are going into university, and basically telling what, especially in the UK, that like a lot more people are going into university, pursuing higher education than working, and also some statistics about the I can't find the word for it. It's basically about how more people are going into university, and also gender equality, that there are more women now going into university, and minorities as well. There are some things that I kind of question though, like at the end of the text.
Okay, that's good. That's good. Yeah, question. Yeah. Anybody want to add to that? Would everybody agree? Thumbs up. Is that a fair assumption of what it's about? Yeah. 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 So thanks for that. Great. Okay. Now, just look at the slide there again. Okay. So what Adele has basically told us is what it's about. Okay. We've got the content of this particular article, and what we can't do is just, reproduce that in our own words. If you were going to use some of that for your own writing, is you can't just be descriptive. You've got to analyze this particular, you've got to analyze what you're reading and think about it, question it. So we're going to practice these higher order skills now of analyzing and evaluating. And if you look at the worksheet there, it says underneath the text, it says you're going to apply the critical thinking skills of analyzing and evaluating to the text. So when we talk about analysis, we're going to look for connections among ideas. So we're going to examine, question, compare. Okay. And evaluation is to justify a decision. So we're judging or identifying and support and credibility to appraise. So just on your own again, and I'll give you a couple of minutes to do this, right? You can see on your task sheet there, you've got paragraph 1, okay? Paragraph 1. Just read that quietly for yourself. And a couple of minutes, we can turn cameras off and mics off again, a couple of minutes. Are there any problems in that paragraph? What problems can you see with that paragraph? And there's a space underneath for you to make notes if you'd like to. I'll give you a hint. Okay, there are actually many problems. Excellent. Yeah. Right. So a couple of minutes just to decide what those problems are, and then we'll compare with each other, okay? All right, couple of minutes. How we doing? Anybody want to suggest some of the problems?
Yes.
May I add?
Sure.
Oh, Fitri can go first.
Bella, you want to go first or me?
Fitri can go first.
Okay, thank you. I think, obviously, I think we talk about the fact, and this tech has no resource, like where this all come from, like we don't have the data source, at least references there, yeah.
Okay, there's no data source, there's no references, there's no in-text references, are there?
And one more, I think the first sentence, I Google it out, and it's not the UK, the world leader, it's US, yeah. So I don't. So it's not true. I Google it out, I find it. Oh no, it's not UK. It's the US.
You Googled it, Professor Google.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Thanks, Fitri. Anybody else? Okay. Anybody else? Well, this is a suggestion. Look. Okay. There's the suggestion. Look, the main problems there. Look, are listed on the slide for you. Yeah, well done, Fitri. Yeah, that's actually factually untrue. The UK is the world leader. It's the US. Okay. And then with most young people choosing to go to university than work, that's untrue. Most young people don't go to university. All right. We have absolutely zero idea of where that figure comes from, the data. There's no source. The trend is set to increase year on year. Well, how do we know that? Okay, we don't know that. There's nothing to prove it. So it's important to remember that that you have to question what you're reading. So what I'm going to ask you to do now is I'm going to ask you in I'll put it on here. Okay, for the rest of the text, I'm going to put you into breakout rooms to work together to analyze and evaluate, to do the same thing. Can you find, what's your analysis of this text? What's your evaluation of the text? But rather than do it on your own, I think it'd be nice to work together to do it. So, I want to make some, right. Have I got some breakout rooms? Can I set you in a breakout room here? Here we go. All right, I'm going to put you together in 3 breakout rooms, and I'm going to assign you, or Teams is going to assign you. It's not my choice. So this is a random, okay? All right, so I'm going to give you 15 minutes. I think I said 20 minutes, but we'll do it 15 minutes, okay? To analyze the rest of it. What problems can you find together? Here we go. Okay, so off you go. 15 minutes to work through the rest of the text. Okay? Okay, done that. Right, so why hasn't it worked then? Okay. Oh, hold on a minute. It's gone wrong. Just a minute. Hold on. Open. There we go. Off you go. Enjoy talking to each other in English about it. Off you go. I'll come and join you in a minute.
Hello. Susie.
Hey there.
Hi. How many of us? 4, yeah?
Yeah.
So,
What are you supposed to do now?
and Diana with us.
Waiting.
Okay, so are there 4 of us only?
Yes, I think it's for the group of 4.
We
Yeah.
are.
Okay.
What are we going to do now? I think I missed the task. What was it?
Analyzing analyzing the rest of the text.
What text?
We the second paragraph until the last.
Okay. The same text, yeah?
Yeah, the same text.
Why don't you share screen, one of you guys, so we can, or I don't know. Paragraph 2. Paragraph 2, yeah?
Yeah, paragraph 2. Are you sharing screen?
No. Please,
No?
anyone.
Let me try. Screen. Okay.
Or we just talk about it, like, orally, if we cannot make it.
This one. Can you
Yeah.
see on your screen now?
Yes, we can see.
Okay.
Why it's not on my screen? Not yet. Oh yeah, there you go.
Really?
Yes, it's there. Can you zoom out, please?
Zoom out?
The
Where is
screen.
it? Where to zoom out?
Down below
Here?
in the right corner.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, there you go. Okay. What
Is it okay?
Okay, let's go, guys, everyone. Mm. 16%.
So if we talk about the second paragraph, maybe the mistake could be in the year of student loans back in 1996. Maybe it's not the right year.
Oh, okay. Let me check it. Let me check it on Google to make
Yeah,
sure.
we need to.
Yeah, I think so. Let me check it. 1996 student loan. When did start? It was 1990.
In the text, it's 1990.
1990, yeah. Did you find that? 1990 is
I don't know.
Yes, in the text we have 1996, and it is wrong because it was introduced in 1990.
Yes, exactly. Or like what I found. Yeah, okay. Yeah.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi.
We are thinking out loud, Penny. Trying to be
Okay. As
critical.
long as everybody's all right. You okay?
And where is you, Suzette?
Yeah,
That's
it
like-
seems to be
Yeah,
some problem.
her connection must be, she's gone in a blink. We found one, Penny, at least so far.
That's good. Well, I'll leave you to it. Okay, I'll leave you to it. You talk to
Okay.
each other. What's happened to your connection, Fitri? I like the cat on the screen.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. My kids take away my cell phone. I use it as a camera extension, and he took it away, so I will take it back. She ran downstairs, so I cannot run after her.
Okay, no
I'm
worries.
sorry. I'll go use my laptop camera. Wait, I'll be back.
It's fine. You're fine. You're fine. You concentrate on the
Okay.
text.
Okay.
So I'm sharing the screen because Suzette just left. So
Yeah, please. Yeah.
it's
so,
yes, it's all.
that's
Thank
good.
you.
Thank you.
Uh,
Paragraph 2.
So yeah, there could be mistakes in years or percentage, maybe. Yes, but still here they say that according to UCAS.
Yeah.
But do you really trust it?
Come on, I'll check it again. Let's check it all together. We don't believe anything, right? So let's do double
Critical
check.
thinking. Lies are everywhere. We need to be
Yeah,
really
don't trust
careful.
anything unless you find a valid fact supporting. Yeah. UCS record 1%, 60%. Background in UK. Did you find anything confirming or against the statement?
I'm looking for it, but I can't really find any sufficient data.
Yeah. Same here. Oh yeah. Susie, you're back. Where have you gone?
Sorry, I had a connection issue.
Oh yeah, I thought your cat block out your connections. Yeah, cat is everywhere, right?
Yeah. Okay.
Did you find anyone? Please. 5 minutes. Back to you as record. Oh, we still have 5 minutes, yeah? Long 5 minutes. No evidence yet. Google didn't give me.
Excuse me, Fitri?
Yeah.
Hello?
Yep.
Yeah. Yep. Because I was a little bit to join this discussion. So it means from the percentage given there, is it a question for the reference?
Yeah, we're not sure.
Something?
We're not sure about the
Like you underline
the
the words.
Yeah.
It means that it needs preference.
Which one? No. Somebody.
Yes, basically we have no proof.
No proof.
And that is why we question it. So why, like these numbers, we cannot find any data about it. This is wrong in general. I'm not sure about this one, but gender equality, I don't like it at all because here we have like examples, but here is no any like references or anything. Then here's the same most popular university courses. Why? Okay. Then here it's just the statement that many graduates walk straight into well-paid jobs. Degradation, which is questionable in general.
Yeah.
And I'm sure there are some more, but I just cannot really find it. Maybe you can, so just give me a hint or anything.
Well, you mentioned all. What else? I always worried about the figure in percentage, number. I always want to check everything when it's come to number. Uh, mm,
And also have here UCAS 2020 and THE 2020. But
Which
here
one
is the
is it?
reference to
what line?
2019.
Oh,
So should we trust
You
it?
press the reference here.
Yeah,
This is-
it is just it's not the same. And here is also
It's
year
not supposed
2020.
to be like abbreviation, right? THE. What is THE?
Well, I don't know.
Education. Is it?
The higher education.
higher
I don't know. Oh yeah.
Yes,
Yeah,
the higher education rank.
yeah.
So for the access, I think when a reference is written
Mm.
with the same date of access, I think
Mhm.
it's okay. Uh-huh. But actually, I'm wondering the statement.
hi guys. How did you get on?
Hi.
Hello.
It was interesting seeing your conversations going round in the chat box. That was really quite interesting. Some of you're picking up on the main ideas. Yeah. So if you want to, let's see with the groups. Gosh. Right, the chat boxes were in the teams themselves. Interesting. Okay. Is everybody back? Let's see. Are we all back? Yeah. Okay. So what do we think? Okay. So what were some of the problems?
Can
you want
I?
Yeah, Bella, go ahead.
Me and my group was really nitpicky, and we noticed in the references, first of all, the first one doesn't have a website link to it. It says online, but it doesn't link to a website. And the second reference is not a viable source because I tried to access the website and it's not there. It's not a viable link. It's not a workable link. So
Okay.
and overall, the text, I see a lot of referencing to UCAS, and UCAS is, I researched, it is University and College Admission Service in the UK, which is
That's
pretty
right.
biased to the text. And what else? And it's very it generalizes a lot because generally claim opportunities for all. There's a lot of mishaps. I can go on and on.
You could go on and on. Maybe somebody else wants to add to that.
Yes,
Anybody
please.
want to add to that from the other groups? As Bella told us everything. Anybody feel they want to add to that?
Penny, may I add something?
Sure, go ahead. Go ahead.
Based on our group discussion, aside from what have been pointed out by Bella, we think that the biggest problem that we have is the last paragraph. Well, the previous paragraphs have no sources that they refer to about the data that has been stated. We think the last paragraph is a little bit more problematic because the statements made are very a blanket statement, like there's no data to support them.
Yeah.
And also, if we may comment on the general, the whole text, we find it to be like cohesion, and also it lacks conclusive a conclusion, I think.
Okay. Okay, yeah, sure, yeah. Okay. If I can just share with you, there's some interesting observations. So if I can just share with you a different page. I hope this is right. Can you see this?
Yep.
Okay.
Yes.
So there you can see that here you've got some of the main analytical and evaluative points, okay, about this particular article. So there's questioning going on. So after the first paragraph, you can see that the introduction of student loans is questioned. Have loans really helped? Asking questions of the text. What about graduating with so much debt at a young age? The average student loan debt is £36,000 in the UK, which is probably true. Poverty is a good point. Cycle of poverty. 14 million people in the UK are in poverty. There's a reference there to question it. UCAS again. According to UCAS, a record 16% from disadvantaged backgrounds or except. There's no reference there, is there? There's no kind of support there. And whoever's analysing this particular piece of reading is saying many of the top elite universities are seeing falling numbers in students from disadvantaged backgrounds, suggesting top universities are not accepting them. Okay, so there's additional points. So this kind of gives you an approach to, yes, there aren't citations in the text and there are generalizations, but it's also asking questions as well. Okay, and bringing in other data to challenge it. And you can see that that goes forward through the text in terms of each paragraph being picked apart with the references. Now, this information is now in the files for you to have a look at the answers to the rest of the text. Okay. And you can have a look at that in your own time, because this 90-minute session is way too short, really, in terms of being able to resume. Okay, the possible answers are there, and you can have a look at them and compare them and see how that approach to the answer. You know, it's not just a question, right? That's a generalization. Why is it a generalization? Okay. What do I know about this topic that makes it, you know, I can challenge it, etc. Okay, so it's not just about picking it apart and criticizing it. It's thinking beyond that. And I have got a cheat sheet for you. If I can find it, let me have a look. Let me see if I can find it and share with you. That you can use, you can have a look at and think about different ways. Is it the cheat sheet? Where is it? Oh, hold on, bear with me. I've lost it. Just a moment. Hold on a second. Bear with me. Okay. Copy link. It's in the files, and you can paste. Won't let me paste now. Right. Okay. I'll share it with you when I set up for the next task. It is here, and it will give you a whole list of questions that you can refer to when you're reading, and you need to think, challenge what you're reading, if you like. In your handout, there is also, on the handout, there is a whole list of questions you can be asking. On the next page, it talks you through some questions to support your critical reading. When was the text written? What kind of text is it? Is it a reliable academic source? Who's the author? What's the key argument? How does the author support the argument? Is the evidence sound? How does the argument compare with other texts you've read on this subject? what are the implications of the text? Is there any information the author has omitted to include? So those questions you can ask yourself when you're reading. But we also have to consider some of the barriers to critical thinking when reading. There you've got a list of things that you need to consider when reading. For example, mistaking information for understanding. You know, we can be sucked into facts and not challenge them. And teachers aren't always right. You know, that's a really difficult mindset to get out of, I think. Is that, you know, so many people look at teachers and think, oh, well, she's a teacher or he's a teacher, she must be right. No. You know, and that's a really important thing to remember. Challenge your teacher. Okay, misunderstanding of what is meant by criticism. Criticism doesn't mean just looking at the bad things, okay? Critical analysis means identifying both positive and negative aspects. Insufficient focus. Okay, critical thinking activities require focus on the exact task rather than becoming distracted by other interesting ideas, okay? Not applying theoretical knowledge to actual situations. Students, you need to be able to illustrate your concepts, support what you're saying with examples and recognizing connections. Overestimating your reasoning abilities. Reluctance to critique. Again, it's this whole critique and criticism. That doesn't mean to say that you're pulling people down. It's giving your opinion on things. And emotional reasons, and I'm guilty of this. I can get really emotionally connected to a topic, and I have to pull my emotions back in order to be analytical and objective in what I'm talking about. Don't ever get me on the topic of Brexit, because I go mad. Okay. 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 So it's a lot of things to think about in terms of being critical in reading, and it's really kind of like a whole it's a whole course on its own, really. But this can give you kind of like the stepping stones to becoming more critical. So there you've got a summary on the screen of that critical reading. Identifying other people's stances, arguments and conclusions, evaluating evidence for different points of view, being able to read between the lines and identify false assumptions, and recognizing techniques to make certain positions more appealing, such as false logic and persuasive devices, and drawing conclusions about whether arguments are valid and justifiable. You're looking for good evidence and sensible assumptions, okay? And then, of course, you bring your own knowledge, your own ideas, which is where we're going next, because we want to think about critical writing. Yeah? Okay. Now, I'm going to go directly to our written project here, because I'm aware that we're kind of like in week 2, and we kind of like really kind of need to put our foot on the gas a bit, which is a very American term, because we'd say in the UK, put your foot on the accelerator pedal. Okay. Like you're putting your foot on the gas. Okay. And really, by week 2, we should have an outline, a list of ideas to research, know where you'll find some resources, be doing a little bit of critical reading and formulating a research focus or question, you know, a topic area. And I can see that some of you have been active in your channels, but I'm going to give a little bit of time to you now to actually get on with that. And I know that Zita and Natalia have actually got something together, because I saw that earlier. So well done. Okay. But let's move on with this now. Now I've shared my screen, and I really think don't think I put the sound. So who's got their topics, their sources, their plans, their ideas? Anybody? Zita and Natalia are the chat. Oh, right. Okay, great. Brilliant. Okay, I can see Feature's got a thumbs up. What's important is when you're writing critically, when you've got a project or an assignment to do, okay, is to be planning and outlining, outlining and planning, that's the right way around, isn't it? Breaking down the title and question, plan your points before you start writing. Have you covered everything? Is everything relevant? The style and structure expected for that type of writing. Now, you have the option of doing an essay or a report. Really don't mind which one you do. And identify where you need to be descriptive and where you need to be critical. Now, just as in reading, where we talked about Bloom's taxonomy, okay, Mr. Bloom can help us with our writing too. And I've got a very short video to listen to, and I've got a feeling I didn't include the sound. Can you hear it?
Bloom's taxonomy.
Can you hear that? You can?
Yes,
okay.
Clearly.
Okay,
Yes.
right. So it's literally just a 2-minute video from the University of York, which is a bit naughty, but never mind. She makes sense. Okay, about Bloom's taxonomy. All right, give you a little bit of help about how we can apply this whole higher order thinking skills to our writing. Okay. So let's have a listen.
It's cognitive processes or ways of thinking, from simple to complex. A lot of assessment at university is based on this categorization, so knowing about it will help you understand what markers are looking for in your work. There are 6 levels of processing that build on each other: remembering, understanding, applying, analysing, evaluating, and creating. The lower levels are simpler and more descriptive ways of thinking, working up to more complex and critical processes in the higher levels. The traditional ideas of learning are the more descriptive processes: remembering, understanding, and applying. These are processes where you show what you know, information in, information out. In terms of what you can do, this includes things like memorising information, definitions, stages in a process, names, dates, lists of features, and so on. Describing things like a policy, a solution, or an intervention. Explaining something, maybe a concept, a framework, or a methodology. Summarising findings from previous research, or using rules or information in new ways or in different situations. These are things that you need.
Oh, no, we don't want to know that. We're not going to the University of York. I get the sack. I'll be fired. It's just very helpful. Sorry. It's just a really helpful little video clip. Okay. Right. So, writing is a process. Keep thinking of it as a process with your project. All right. And you've got a nice little process diagram there, you know. This is the whole critical writing process before, during, and after. So you're reading reading instructions thoroughly is in kind of like the pre-course stuff. Make notes, think critically, repeat. It's a critical set, a general plan with the main points, a detailed plan, check the plan, and then get to your first draft stage. All right. And that's really what I'm concerned with at this point. All right. I'm not going to worry you with all the rest of it. But we'll come back to this particular diagram. And so the target for today, for the last 25 minutes, is for you guys to work together to have your outline of your project in your project groups. Okay, so we're not going to have time to read this yet. We're going to go into breakout, well, I say breakout rooms, but you could go into your project channels. Okay, now to get into your project channels, you know where to go, I guess, I hope. They're at the side and they're set up, and I'd like you to go and start a meeting in your project channel now and plan. Okay, take we've got 20 minutes left in the class. I'd like you to really think about that plan. Okay, I've lost my slide now. All right, so what we need to do is get an outline together. Okay, is to get your project outline together, your topic and your project outline. You know, what are you going to do? What are you going to look at on your topic? Can we narrow it down? Have we got a question here that we want to look at? Where are we going to look for sources, etc.? So I'm going to ask you now to go to, there's Adele and Anastasia are working together. Bella, you're going to join with, who are you joining with?
Zita and
Natalia.
Natalia.
Okay, so I can amend that channel. And then we've got, is it Regia? Tejo?
Yeah.
Tejo, where are you? You need a group, don't you?
Yes. I think I'll go with Putri.
Okay, fine. Absolutely fine. With Fitri?
Putri. Arshil.
Oh, that's another group. Okay. Oh, right. Okay, so I have to put you together. I'll set you up a channel. Hold on a minute. So everybody else, can you? Right. Okay. So Putri and Regian, just stay back a minute. And if everybody else wants to go and start a meeting in their channel.
Penny.
Yeah?
Sorry, Penny.
Hello.
I think my partner is not joining us today, Alan.
Oh, Ellen's not here.
Yeah,
Ellen's
I mean,
Yes.
but we keep on
today.
texting on WhatsApp, by the way. I mean, we're working on our projects progressively, but only today, you know, maybe.
Oh, you're working you're on WhatsApp. Okay.
Yeah, we already started.
Okay. But Adele and Anastasia are both here. Off you go. Yeah. Bella, Zita, and Natalia, off you go. Yeah. Fatih and Marina. Is Marina here?
Yeah, I am.
Yes, you are. Fatih and Marina, off you go. You don't all know how to start a meeting, so that's great. Yeah. Fitri, if you can talk amongst yourself for a moment.
I talk to you, Penny.
Talk to me. I'm just gonna make sure that Putri and Regiana are okay. Suziati and Diana, if you go off and start a meeting. Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. In your channel. And Zita, let me just I'll have to do that in a minute. Yeah, okay, everybody's okay, I think. I'm hoping to see like little cameras come up. Okay, so right, so Putri and is it Tejo?
You can call me Joe.
Joe. Okay, Joe and Putri. Is it Putri or do you have a favorite name?
It's up to you, Arshil or Putri.
Which is your first name?
Arshil.
We'll call you Arshil then. Yeah? Okay, so I need to set up a little channel for you. Okay, add a channel. So, Arshil and Joe, yeah? Add. Okay. So, Arshil and Joe, okay, have you read about the project? Do you know
Yes,
about
we
the
did.
project? You do. Okay, so what I suggest you do is you head off to, I've set you up a channel now. Can you see it? It might be hidden on your screens.
Yeah.
But if you go there, I'll drop in and explain what you a little bit more about the project. Fatih, right? Fitri's working on his own. Okay, Adele and Anastasia. Is Anastasia still here?
Yes, I'm here.
Right. So Adele, are you still here?
Yes.
So you need to go to your channel. Right. Hold on a moment.
We're not in channel. We're texting in messages.
Oh, you're
in chat,
texting
yes.
Oh, right. Okay. So you haven't started a meeting then.
Yeah.
We're happy here, Penny.
Because we actually did try to have a meeting before class so that we can discuss, but for some reason my connection has been really getting on my nerves.
Oh, right. Okay. So you've got connectivity problems then. Okay, guys. Well, no worries. Okay. You can stay here. You can work together because what I want you to do, when you come back, it's 15 minutes for this. I didn't say that, did I? Is to come back and then I'll tell you that I need to see your project outlines by next Tuesday.
Okay.
Well, before really, preferably. But I want you to be working together on that project now. Okay. So, Arshil and Joe, let me just hide. Am I still sharing my screen? I don't know what's going on at the moment.
No.
All right. So what I want to show. Okay. So Arshil and Joe. Yeah. Can you see here? I've made you a channel.
Yes.
So you can go into that channel. And you can start a meeting up here by pressing meet. Okay. And you can start a meeting. You start chatting to each other about your project. So I'm going to ask you to do that now. If you guys could go to your channel and start a meeting, and I'll come and see you there. Okay.
Okay. All right, Penny.
Fantastic. Right. So I'm going to remove that channel. Delete that channel because that doesn't exist anymore. Right, okay. And I have to edit this channel. Zita, Natalia, and Bella. Fitri, are you okay?
I'm good, yes.
Okay.
I'm good, Penny.
You good?
Yeah.
Okay, so Fitri, tell me what is your final topic choice?
It's our topic. We have already decided. The topic is the perception of Indonesian and Russian student joining online short course. So we're gonna make an interview.
That's very
interesting. Yeah, and we start recruiting some prospective participant to be the informant. We're gonna start probably tomorrow, doing the interview.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Right. So you're good. You're good. In terms of your planning, you're talking to each other, and you're doing that through WhatsApp, yeah?
Yeah. Yes, an email. By the way, we did
an email.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so I'm just going to leave you guys for a second and just going to go and check in on everybody else, okay? So I think Adele and Anastasia are working here together. I mean, feel free to talk to each other about each other's projects, about plannings, and I'll be back in 5 minutes, okay?
Yeah. Penny, will it be okay if I stay here? Or should I go
Yeah, stay, for sure.
It's good to feel like I have a friend here.
Well, you've got Anastasia and Adele. Do talk to each other. Talk about each other's projects by all means. I'll be back in a moment. Okay.
Yeah. See you.
Hi.
Hi, hi. Hi, Adele.
Sorry, I cannot have. Hi. Sorry, I cannot have my camera on, yeah.
No problems.
And very, very bad.
But but the voice is always clear, by the way. Every time you speak, it's clear, yeah?
Yeah, of
Okay.
course. Camera very, very broken right now.
So what can you share what you're going to do with your team? Like, is it an essay or report?
So
Essay or report?
we are going to do like an in-depth report
Report.
analysis on comparison of music between
Oh.
Russia and Indonesia.
Ah, interesting. Music. Oh, okay.
Like we are going to do like old music. So I'm going to talk about Bengawan Solo
Okay.
and yeah.
But
And Anastasia will do songs about
so
Russia.
so you should limit, by the way, because when it comes to music, I mean, it's like an ocean, right? I mean, so how do you limit that? I mean, like deciding to Bengawan Solo, and then, I mean,
We are only going to be talking about the old music, so like folk music
folk music,
and
Indonesian folk music and Russian folk music.
not
Hmm?
folk music versus Russian folk music.
Okay, so that's the limitation. That's clear. Good. Okay, it's actually quite similar to me on a different topic, by the way, Adele. I'm going on the student perception, Russian student perception and Indonesian student perception on joining online short course. so so we're gonna exchange that. Will be interesting.
Only like I'm scared that like we will research so much that
Yeah.
the is not enough. We're only having 1,000 words, right?
Yeah. Limited. Yeah, I mean,
So
you have to have a limitation.
very limited.
Yeah, very limited. So, ah. It will be very interesting.
Poster.
Hello?
Hello. See, my connection very bad.
Yeah, I think you go on and off. Like, interesting. Yeah, poster.
Yeah.
Where do you actually live right now? Where do you reside right now?
Bintaro.
Bintaro. Jakarta. I don't know. You go on and off again.
Next to Jakarta.
Next to Jakarta.
Can you hear me?
Yeah. I heard the last one. Next to Jakarta. Okay, Bintaro.
To Jakarta, Tangerang Selatan.
Tangsel. Ah, Tangsel. Okay, you are anak Tangsel ya. Literally.
Yeah.
But you are very fluent, by the way. You know, very fluent. Unlike the stereotypical Tangsels, you know. I don't think you are. Because I have to share you this. I have many students. I'm teaching in university, right? Some of them are coming from all around the place from Indonesia, yeah? And the stereotypical is coming up with the proof sometimes, but I don't see the proof from you. You're very fluent, you know, and I think you sound not like a good ambassador of Tangsel, yeah? In a good way. Can you hear me?
Thank you.
Seriously, yeah.
Yes, I hear you. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
Because never.
No, you're doing a good job too.
Sorry?
You're doing good job too.
Well, thank you, but I'm not. I'm not as fluent as you. My student, are, you know, can tell me that, but I think I'm happy to have to have a student as fluent as you. But it's okay as long as we keep learning, right?
Yes.
As we know, we have this world Englishes, right?
Just keep learning. Yeah.
Yeah, we have Japanese English. You know, the accent is coming from the local. You know, and they bring those. And when they come to my class, it sounds like, wow, this is rich but challenging at the same time, because or everyone will speak different dialects. They speak English, but they're representing some local accent,
Yeah.
which is actually good as long as they're intelligible, right? I mean,
Yes.
I can guess where you're from. Like, okay, Batak ya, Sulawesi. But I cannot guess that you are coming from Tangsel.
Tangsel.
Anak Tangsel.
Yeah, I watch a lot of I watch a lot of American
I
television.
see. That
That's why.
explains. Yeah, that explains.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I'm back.
Hello.
Penny.
Hello. You've been chatting to each other.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Me and Adele,
Yeah.
actually. Just two of us.
Anastasia's very quiet, isn't she?
Anastasia, I think.
I hear. I
You're
am
there.
here.
You're there.
And I
That's
hear
right.
you. But I have nothing to say.
within the
Nothing
group.
to say.
Hi,
What kind
Anastasia.
of films do you like, Anastasia?
What?
What kind of? Were you talking about films?
Mm,
Yeah. Do you like films, Anastasia? Do you watch films?
not so much.
What do you like to do? What do you like doing? What do you like watching, listening to, reading? What do you do?
Listening music.
Listening to music. Do you have a favorite artist?
I think you don't know them.
Mention
Are they
it,
Russian?
Anastasia.
Yeah. Not
No,
so
I wouldn't
popular.
know them if they're Russian. No, probably not.
Just mention it,
Not so
Anastasia.
popular in Russia. Huh?
No.
Just
What?
mention the name. I will Google out and go on YouTube and try to see and listen.
Yeah. Who
Ah.
are they? Let's check them out.
Who is the artist?
Who
the
is
singer?
it, Anastasia?
You really want to know?
Sure,
Yeah, of
please.
course we do.
Окей. 3 дня дождя.
I have
No,
no
spelling.
idea how to write that.
Yeah, type please so I can find. Going to YouTube
Yeah,
Okay.
put
right
it in
away.
the chat box and then we'll check it out.
Okay, 1 sec.
Okay. Right, I'm going to tell everybody to come back. This is harder than in the breakout rooms because I have to go into the channels.
Yeah, I'm happy here, Penny. Don't worry.
Okay.
Yeah, we are happy here. Anastasia, have you chatted? Have you dropped the?
Yeah, I'm typing.
Oh, I can hear the keyboard.
That's me.
Oh, that's you,
Ah.
Penny.
I think so. Right, you're here.
Penny, is snow falling now there? I wonder if you
No,
could tell me something
sunshine.
around you. Sunshine.
No, we have blue skies today.
All right. I watched Premier League, yesterday, and it was snow. I really want, I really want to feel the snow again. Okay. Thank you.
Oh, really? It was snowy here at the weekend, and this morning there was a layer of snow.
Okay.
But we have blue skies at the moment. It's gone.
How cold is it right now, Penny?
Here,
Yeah.
it's the temperature here at the moment is 3 degrees.
Wow. 3 degrees. It's 27 here, Penny.
Oh God.
When I visited, the lowest I've gone was like 0. No, not even that. Not 0. It's like -1 degrees when I visited. But at that point, it was like around either, I don't remember. It was last year, 2 years ago. There was no snow. Only this year, I feel like there was snow.
Oh,
in the
really?
area. Friends from Warwick, and they're like, "Oh my God, there's finally snow. Last year there wasn't any snow." And I was like, I missed it. Well, I have snow right now, a bunch of it actually.
Anastasia.
It's pretty-
Hello.
Hello?
I've played the song on YouTube, yeah? It's upbeat song, yeah?
You can't really see it.
Oh, I see it though. It's very bright.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's sunny. It's very sunny.
Sunny.
The sun's shining really, really strongly. You can't tell there's a blue sky because the lights, but it's bright blue, but it's cold.
Yes.
Let me blur my screen because the back of me is full of toys. It's my grandchildren. I've just put in somebody's conversation box. When you finish, come back to the UK.
It was my room.
Oh, I'm so sorry, Bella. Everybody else is still talking, aren't they? Is everyone back? I think they're still there. Okay.
Not yet.
Don't know quite what's happening there. Some of the right. Are we all back yet?
12 per participant. So I think we another 2 or 3. We already.
I think Joe and Arshil might need to come back. Okay. Because I can still see, right, who's here? We've got Ziziati's on hold. Right, who else? Let's see. Right, I'm just going to bring people back. Yeah?
Diana still on hold.
This is the problem with sending people to different channels. This is where breakout rooms work better. I asked you to go to just to make sure that you're kind of familiar with what you can and you can't do. But right, I'm just going to go on a quick visit right round the room to get people back. Just bear with me.
Bella, hi Bella.
Hi.
Where, which part of Indonesia do you live?
South Jakarta.
South Jakarta. Okay.
Yes.
All right. I think I talked to who? Who was Adele? Yeah, Adele also from, I think Tangerang.
Adele.
Sorry.
We go to Venus together.
Oh really?
Yeah.
So like
We're
classmates?
from the same
Class. Same
Oh,
class.
classmates.
Yes.
Okay, good. Oh,
Right, I think we're all back, aren't we?
yes.
I think we're all back.
Yes.
Okay. Right. Okay. So I'm really apologise to the people I told to come back to the UK.
I'm coming.
When
I'm
you're
coming.
I would love to come back to the UK, Penny. Just send me a ticket and I'll be right there with you.
I'm coming for you.
I just saying to Joe and to Arshil, you know, normally this kind of activity on campus, we'd put you on tables around the room, you know, and we'd be walking and sitting and chatting to you and we'd be having chocolate and we'd be having, you know, drinks and coffee, and we can't do that, and it's driving me nuts anyway. So let me get my presentation back up. I know that it's late in Indonesia and you want to go, guys. So basically, I think you're all doing really, really well. That, you know, you're kind of like getting your ideas together. But the rest of the presentation is all about kind of critical writing theory, and I'll upload my presentation into the Teams area so you can read the rest of it. What I need everybody really now is to work together to bring that to get the ideas together, to have an outline plan. And in the worksheet for today, in part 2, okay, if you have a look at the rest of that document, there is a planning template, all right? There's some outline ideas. It's an outline usually includes 3 key components: a main idea or thesis statement, core of your essay, and everything relates back to that. Supporting points. It's a 5-paragraph essay. You'll need 3 supporting points in a longer argumentative, well, it's just general ideas. And a conclusion. How do you want to end it? So there's a little bit further on, there's an essay plan template that, you know, you've got an introduction, paragraph 1, paragraph 2, paragraph 3, paragraph 4, and a conclusion. you guys have the option of whether you want to do this as an essay or as a report. So you could actually replace the word paragraph with section, okay? Entirely up to you. And following that, there's a short introduction on the handout about, you know, criticality in academic writing, which you can work through at your own leisure. Okay, it's a reference document, and there are some tasks there to do if you would like to do that. If you want me to feedback, then by all means send it to me. I'm happy to feedback. But our key point, the key point I want to make as we're concluding today is that by next Tuesday, I need your project outlines, your plans, yeah, by Tuesday. So because we're into week 3, and so, you know, really we need to be focusing on that first draft next week to be submitted for some feedback so that you can write the final version. We also need to be thinking about posters. So that's what I'm asking, to let me have your project plan by Tuesday, the 7th of December, and I will nag you about it. So Penny is on a war footing. I should be nag. Have you done your essay plan? Let me have your essay plan. And you can send it to me in Teams. Okay, you can send it to me in Teams. You don't have to email me. You can just put, you know, you can send me a message and attach it as a document. It doesn't need to be complicated. All right. You're not tied to it. If you need to change it a little bit between the plan and the draft and the final, absolutely fine. But we need to see the structure so that we can give you some resources. We can give you some extra guidance. OK. All right. Any questions? I'll stop presenting. No? Everybody happy?
Happy.
Are you happy?
At least I'm happy.
And
Is
I hope
everyone happy?
Yeah, I hope next year we have this short course in Warwick, but not online. Yeah, so we can go like go
wouldn't
there
that be
and
fabulous? That'd be great.
yeah.
I know.
Yeah.
Kathy and I miss it so much, having students, because we do all sorts of other things.
Same here.
You know, we don't just kind of go droning on about academic skills, but everybody's like, ugh, right? We do other things as well. You know, we go and have coffee, and we go on trips, and we go and visit places.
We go outside, yeah.
You go outside, you go and have lunch together.
Yeah, we go to the old cathedral and go see those.
I forgot my background today.
Yeah, it's gone today.
You have my messy room, which is full of my grandchildren's toys.
I can see that.
Okay, so listen, have a wonderful weekend.
You as well.
And get that plan together and let me have that by Tuesday. Okay, that's your target task. Okay. All right. If you've got any questions, ask me. Got any questions? Has anybody got any questions before we finally finish? No?
We'll let you know soon.
That's good. Seriously, any questions? It doesn't have to be related to the project. It could be related to anything if you've got any questions.
I have questions, Penny.
Go on.
Like, I don't know, probably it's not about the course, it's about the faculty. Is there a school of education in Warwick?
Yeah. There's a school of education. Yeah, it's next door to us. It's the other way. The economics is that way, and education is the other way.
Yeah. Because as I mentioned previously, I'm actually hoping and I see the possibility to do PhD there. Like.
Oh wow. Okay.
But it should be in a school of education. If yes, then I'll go browsings, and go to the web and yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's School of Education. Yeah, and if you need any information, let me know. I'll try and find it. Bella, you've got a question.
May I excuse myself because it's almost 9 p.m. here?
Everybody's going to excuse themselves. Go and get some rest. Go and get your dinner. Go and get a cup of tea. Bye.
Okay, thank you.
Bye.
Bye, Penny.
Bye, Penny.
Bye.
Have a nice weekend.
Bye, Penny.
Have a nice weekend.
Bye.
Have a nice weekend.
Bye, everybody.
Guru ni ayah.